Hello. Come right on in. You're at Father Fish. Nice to have you with us.
So, Emilio's, Father Fish, what do you think about no water change?
What do I think about it? I think about I think that how can I put this nicely? I think it ought to be the norm. It ought to be the norm. It ought to be that you only do a water change when there is a need, a reason, other than I do it every Saturday. That's not a reason to do a water change. You know, a reason to do a water change would be to rebalance the water parameters coming out of your faucet, to reestablish those parameters. If, for example, your pH has dropped precipitously to like your pH coming out of the tap, let's say it's 7.5, and the pH in your tank is 6.5. I would do a water change. I would not do a major water change. I would do 10%, check it. If it goes up a degree or two, do it again in a week or in 2 or 3 days. Try to get the water so that it is virtually the same as the water coming out of your tap. Basically, what you want to do is you want your fish living in your water. Stephen's talked about this. Now, Stephen, the biologist, has water coming out of his tap at 6.0. Honest to God, if that were me, I'd be throwing carbonates in the water. But he doesn't do that because he's following the rule judiciously, absolutely and vigorously. He takes the time to acclimate his fish. Now, what does that mean? That means a minimum of 2 or 3 days. An hour or two does not acclimate the fish. It takes days to acclimate a fish to a lower pH. Don't try to do it quick and dirty because you'll kill the fish or stress it out terribly. If you need to do that, do it very gradually, very slowly over an extended period of time. I mean, if you take a week to a month, that's not too long. Somebody just dropped a $10 super chat. Christine, thank you, Chris.
Thank
A
you so
super
much.
sticker. Thank you very much, Chris. And what is that? Oh, he's got a bug. A picture of a bug, an old
Looks
one.
like
That's
Volkswagen Beetle. Yep.
a VW beetle. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. We've had plenty of those over the years.
In the rain, it looks like. Yeah.
Are
Mario
you?
Rodriguez is saying my water pH is 7.4. I think
Yeah.
that's really that means you got enough carbonates in there that it should be able to hold steady. If it starts to go down, then do a little water change. I use pH as the gauge. Once in a great while, I will test for general hardness. I do not, as a rule, because I do not find that general hardness accelerate having it going up creates a problem. It takes so long to get it up to a toxic level um, that it's almost not worth checking. Now, having said that, Stephen's not on today, but his laboratory did a series. They did a study on the impact of general hardness on fish, and they found that there was an effect as general hardness increased. I've not noticed because it's something that happens very slowly and very gradually. I've not really noticed that it becomes a problem, uh, except over the very long haul. Maybe if you check it once a year, once every 6 months, to see where it's at, and it's substantially higher. I remember the last time I checked one of my systems, the GH was at 400, and that kind of freaked me out. The fish were not showing any stress, but I did a substantial water change, got it down to about 200. It's probably back up again by now. That was about a year ago. Oh, here he is. Um,
Here's
he
who.
said he recommends frequent water changes if you do not have a planted or deep substrate tank. Absolutely. And
Yeah.
yes, the most common method I use is a 4-day process of acclimating and monitoring, even 5 or 6. Yep. So yeah, if when I give recommendations, it's based on a system that's set up with a deep substrate and lots of plants. If that's not what you have, then my advice is going to be less valuable in terms of things like water changes. It will always be valuable in terms of overfeeding, because I am absolute death on overfeeding.
So
Well, I hope you found something you've never seen before. Have a great day. Nice to have you with us. Come on back.